please rise and listen to the high school team. Thank you, Ms. Anderson and Kroupa High School Band. Appreciate that. Well, it's been since 1995 since I've given a speech for my sophomore English class, so I'm a little I'm prepared, but a lot of times I just kind of ramble on with things. But I did actually write something out, so. But you got to start out with some Packers jokes first, okay? If you don't know Eileen, Eileen's a Packers fan, and I am a Chicago Bears fan. There's one out there. So, what's the difference between the Green Bay Packers and a dollar bill? You can still get 4 quarters out of a dollar bill. How many Green Bay Packers does it take to change a tire? 1, unless it's a blowout. In which case, they all show up. Thank you. Yes, I just Googled those about 2 minutes ago, so that's how. I'm very honored to be here with everybody today. Thank you for all of your families for coming. I'm a little disappointed you're not wearing your family sweatshirt. I know you got to wear it your last Monday because today's your last Wednesday. So I did meet with the school board, and since we had 4 days off last week, you have to come back for 4 days in January. So, no. Yeah, year 44. So. Actually, on March 26th, 1979 was an important day. Okay, this is from a board report that I had went and found. So it says in the board report, Eileen Kroupa met with the school board to interview for the position of business manager. Discussion was held with each applicant. Motion by Reinish and Gebert to go into executive session to discuss school personnel, which I'm sure they were discussing. Which one? After discussion, motion by Ekstrom and Reinish to come out of executive session on roll call. All yes, carried. That was an important day, not just for Eileen, but for the whole Kimball community. Motion by Deal Leiferman to offer a contract to Eileen Kroupa for business manager for the 1979-1980 school year. On roll call, all yes, carried. I would say the rest is history, but lots has changed in 43 and a half years. But there's one thing that hasn't. Documentation, history, accuracy, knowledge has always been a keystone for how Eileen has conducted her business. Some words or statements you might hear from Eileen are want versus need. I need a receipt for that. Please do a purchase order. Grand, marvelous, spectacular. Go Big Red. Go Pack Go. SDSU. And we can do better. While discussing and researching for pictures to document this grand and marvelous event, lots of conversation revolved around, well, there aren't really a lot of pictures of Eileen. This could be true. In 43 plus years, there should be tons of photo documentation that she was there. I jokingly stated with some people that Eileen suffered from the mom syndrome of taking pictures. Always doing a million other things to make sure the job got done, and then having no proof of them while looking through the photo albums, only to realize who the person who was actually took the picture. I don't think you have to look very far to find proof that Eileen was here. Whether it was a new gym floor, a new school, multiple additions to our school, a new roof, a new playground, resurfacing the track, a new grandstand, multiple tech houses, homegrown beef in our school, or a new bus, all while following a financially sound plan to the taxpayers. Someone had to be behind the picture to make it happen. And for that, I can say wholeheartedly that the Kimball School community thanks you. Those of you that have worked in the Kimball School District know that in July and August, Eileen sends out a recap of the happenings in the summer, along with some words of advice. I'm going to attempt a quick history of Eileen and the happenings in Kimball School District. It is true. It is very true. Okay? But where do you start? We got to start at the beginning. Okay? May 14th, 1979. Okay? Kimball School accepted a bid for a 1979 International Harvester bus for $19,000, with a trade-in value of a previous bus of $1,300. Okay? These are just some things that I've taken from yearbooks and some board reports. Monday, June 25th, 1979 at 8:30 p.m., Eileen attended her first official, I say official, meeting because she had attended a few other meetings, I presume to learn the ropes, is that correct, of school finance, and some of these items were discussed. Re-roofing the building, resealing the track and the playground, and the relining of the track, which I think that's still in discussion. Different type of discussion. Discussion was held to hold kindergarten every other day for a full day due to a shortage of fuel and high cost of transportation. Your first contract was for $8,400, making you the lowest paid employee in the Kimball School District. A bid for milk in 1979 was accepted from Culhane for 11 cents. Foster's Campers had sponsored the yearbook along with Will's IGA. The first school board she worked with consisted of Don Geppert, Dale Stonick, Sharon Ekstrom, Rob Larson, Ben Bravick, Gary Leiferman, and Don Ranch. And since then has worked alongside numerous others. In 1983, the Coyotes won their homecoming football game over the Artesian Rams, 28-8. Do you remember that? No, I don't. Country schools were a thing back then. Lyons, Ridgeland, Maresh, Pershing participated in the homecoming parade. Bus drivers that year included Maxine Konieczny, John Dressen, Maynard Konieczny, Ernie Konieczny, with custodians Dale Steffen and Bernard Newhouse. Later on, there was a teacher by the name of Dave Touche. He ran the New York City Marathon with 18,000 other runners. On January 18th, 1985, you, Mr. Jones, and Mr. Stegner had given a presentation on special education in Chapter 1 to all the teachers for a workshop. Yes. Another excerpt from the yearbook. Long-range plans were still being made to remodel the old gym. Special education room was moved to the former vocal room to accommodate the first grade. The vocal room was then transferred to the band room. Lastly, the high school day was adjusted back 7 periods, and a copier was bought. Maybe the first one, I don't know. Actually, your first computer was in 1987. in the central office to help with accounting. New improvements to the school included 2 new Xerox machines, a new bus, a rejuvenated floor for the old gym. Budget cuts were made to the milk allotment, which resulted in many comments by the students, though. New bleachers were installed. Several state championships were made. Actually, 56 times, either the Coyotes or the Wildcat teams have stood on the podium as teams at a state athletic event, which includes 12 state team championships. You had to work with 28 administrators, names such as Jones, Engelsgard, Turner, Mathis, Miedema, Vosberg, Riegman, Thompson, Hardman, Noyd. There were 43 graduating classes, 44 incoming kindergarten classes, 700 plus school board meetings with your name signed at the bottom, hundreds of faculty members, 1,370 miles driven to Chicago for a Macy's Day Parade. Over 3 million bus routes and activity miles were driven by hundreds of different drivers. Millions of people. Close to 2 million breakfasts, lunches, seconds served. She says this in her email. I mean, not usually it's current. We're going 43 years ago. So, 44 different homecoming queens and kings were crowned. The construction of a new school, the raising of an old, 2 more additions. The buildings and grounds continue to shine thanks to the help of names like Stephan, Newhouse, Blasius, McGregor, and Coleman. To whom much is given, much is expected. That means take care of what you have, kids. Eileen, thanks for taking care of us and expecting the best from everyone. You have given and set the bar high for expectations. Congratulations on your service to your school and community. I think we are going to have a piece from the choir now.
So when we were asked to sing, we had to pick out a song that we could get ready from our Christmas concert until now. And then also the kids said, well, if we're doing this, why don't we just do this for contest? So our piece has dual meaning. It's called Why We Sing. And we know Eileen, she is our main cheerleader for the arts. Without her, we wouldn't see what we have here. What we have here. Thank you, Eileen. More than I can say things, but so this song is just about the power of music, and Eileen knows the power of music. Next, we wanted to do a piece that honors friendship and maybe two people who are parting. We know Eileen will be back every now and then, but this is to show that you have changed our lives for good. That we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me, like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have by being my friend, like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind of the sea, like a seed dropped by skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, because I knew you, I changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for. But then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a ship blown as it's out. Like a stream that keeps
have the KWL fight song. We have some cheerleaders that want to come out and help get this thing rolling. Not you, sorry. Thank you, cheerleaders. Come on down. Folks, I have a special guest, Mr. Taylor. Come on, Mr. Taylor.
Well, I wore my Kimball Kyle shirt here for this reason. Eileen was pretty diehard green, you know, very strong Coyotes. Very supportive of all of our athletics, and like I said, the choir and everything. My list is about that long, and how supportive she's been with me, so I appreciate that through the years. So, how many? Raise your hand, I guess. How many were students or adults at Kimball Coyotes? Raise them high. You know, so it's been so we all know the Kimball fight song here. The one thing you need to know, if we don't remember, and especially the young kids that don't remember, is you don't clap on the first time through. Right? Right? Second time through, then you clap. So remember that. Take it away.
Mrs. Defenbaugh and her multimedia class and Computer 1 students have put together a little slideshow. So, let her get that ready and lights. Mrs. Deckwell, would you say something?
So Sarah Olson really wanted to be here today, but she was unable to. So she sent me an audio track to play the piano. So I put that at the end of the slide. So if we could all just imagine Mrs. Olson playing beautifully at the piano at the end of this. Appreciate that. No tears. This is not a tearjerker or anything like that. But congratulations. Thank you.
Eileen, from one Jackrabbit fan to another, congratulations on your upcoming retirement. 43 and a half years. Wow. What a tremendous career you've had and the legacy that you're going to leave for future generations of the Kimball School District. Again, congratulations on your retirement. Enjoy the next phase of your life. And Martin, remember, you're still the boss on the farm, at least for 10 more days.
Hello, Eileen. I'm so excited for your retirement. Well deserved, well deserved. So I was thinking of where should I start? So I went to Northern, go Wolves, and I wanted to student teach, and he told me, come on down to Kimball High, because Kimball High is going to teach you continue to teach you well. So he did. And then I took the job at Kimball, and you were always there to help me and to guide with me, and we made some good memories from hosting those contests. Not just one, but 2 a year, and coming and taking the cup in multiple places, and we traveled with the marching band and our big Kroupa going to Chicago, marching in the Thanksgiving parade in 2012. So super, super awesome. I truly appreciate your family and all the love that you've given me when we lived out there in Kimball. And I always remember Leonard saying, "Oh, we ordered this pizza," and it was me. I ordered the pizza with Canadian bacon and pineapple. I'm not sure if Mark still enjoys that. So, rock this retirement, because you are one awesome lady. Thanks for all the support as I'm starting my year-end job out there in Kimball, and sure miss those Kyle days and those wild card days, but I know you will be great in these retirement days. Love you.
Hello, Eileen and all of Kimball Country. This is Sherry Hardman here. I know it's been a while, but I still think of you in our time together daily. I apologize, I'm going to tear up. I've tried this a million times already, and it's just, I can't hold these tears back. But I do think of you often. You were a huge, huge part in my 6 years there. You helped me beyond what I can ever repay or thank you. You mentored me, you guided me, you provided me with more support, and such a gift of leadership that I have taken with me in my time at my other schools. So I just want to say congratulations. You are one of a kind. You are amazing at what you do. I really can't imagine the Kimball School without you. So I know they will go on, and I know they'll succeed just like they have, but know you have laid the groundwork for that. You have been the staple there for 43 and a half years, and that in itself is amazing. So congratulations. I hope you enjoy retirement. I hope you love all those little grandbabies and spend time with your family, because you definitely have deserved it. You, again, are amazing. Thank you for everything you've done to help me become the leader I am today, and I wish you all the best. Congratulations. Happy retirement.
Her expertise and knowledge over the years have been very helpful for me. Her knowledge about things when I've asked her questions have helped me make decisions, and I think that's going to be really the impact that she's going to be missed, is that knowledge and history of things that have gone on in the past.
Thank you to the multimedia class and Mrs. Davenport for putting together that great tribute. I also want to thank everybody who has pulled together to truly honor the women. Thank you, Rebecca, for shedding the first tears up here. Because I'm like, everybody who spent time with me, you know tears are coming. But what a tribute to an amazing woman who has had such an impact. And she has an impact on the big things like the buildings and the papers. She has an impact on maybe that little kiddo that doesn't feel seen today. She always wants to make sure somebody said their name remember for the last several years, I've had the honor of walking pretty closely with Eileen at moments and gotten to the point where there's school board meetings where I give her a look at. It's like a fact check. I'm like, okay, Eileen, tell me yes, no. Because like it's been said, there's just such a depth of knowledge, and also Eileen has just conducted herself in a way where we trust so deeply whatever it is that comes from her. And I have had conversations with you, Eileen, about how you have earned that. If you don't know the answer, you're not going to make it up. You will research and you will make sure that not only do you have the answer or the information so we can make an appropriate answer, but it'll also be done very timely. And I can't tell you how good she makes everyone else look. And it is unfortunate we don't have more pictures of this amazing woman, although they did a great job of pulling together some wonderful moments. But that is the humbleness of Eileen. It is the behind the scenes, and she doesn't need the spotlight, and yet this is such a wonderful day to let her get that spotlight. So thank you to each of the students and each of the community members and those who have worked with her and her family for joining us to make this a special day. With that, there is a special added gift that you get today on behalf of the school. I also want to shout out to, again, the committee, but also Lisa Pazur for helping arrange a lot of these details to make this day happen. So much thoughtfulness. So thank you for your contribution as well to help us celebrate Eileen today. There's a little bit of a desire for Terry Redland, because that's your home turf, is my understanding. And so, again, through some thoughtfulness of our board president, we were able to secure a print in honor of your retirement. We hope you enjoy it.
All right, where are we at here? Eileen, if you could come up here. We were talking about some of the things that had made you successful, some keys to success. Okay, we have some keys that we're going to give to you that you are going to pass on to Randy. One key says want versus need. Yes. Organization and accuracy. Key. It is key. It is key. Love what you do. And then this is not a key, but this is like a teaching holder. Knowledge is power with them. So Randy, if you would come down here, I will have Eileen pass the keys to Randy.
Did she mark the keys when she turned them in?
Who did she turn the keys into? She's the keeper of the keys. Yes, so.
Love what you do.
A few more things. I had received some information from the governor that an executive proclamation from the state of South Dakota, the office of the governor, it says, whereas Eileen Kroupa has been a school business manager for more than 43 years for the Kimball School District, and whereas Eileen Kroupa has believed and lived the school district motto of knowledge is power, and whereas Eileen Kroupa has had an unwavering commitment and passion for doing what is best for the Kimball students, school, and community, and whereas Eileen Kroupa has proven to be a fiscally sound steward for the Kimball School District stakeholders, and whereas it is fitting and proper as governor to recognize this dedicated public servant on the occasion of her retirement. Now, therefore, I'm reading, Governor of the State of South Dakota, do hereby proclaim December 21st, 2022 as Eileen Kroupa Day. I am going to ask that if any family members would like to come and say some remarks.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming. Thanks to the people that helped put this on. Growing up, I thought it was pretty cool that my mom worked at the school. And then I found out once you get in trouble, I was the first person to find out. So, a couple things that I'd ask everybody here to do of all ages to remember Mom by. And that'd be to always be an advocate for the town of Kimball, for the Kimball School District. No matter what, always find the good in everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. I do want to thank the Kroupa family for coming today. It means a lot to Eileen, it means a lot to the school. I appreciate the students coming, former employees, faculty members. With that, I'm going to send the elementary. Oh, yeah, yes, please do. Eileen.
Thank you, everyone. Usually it's Marvin that's speaking on behalf of our family. I'm going to take the show today. Where's Lisa Jackson? Miss Jackson, there you are. We all know and love Lisa Jackson, one of the favorite teachers of all the graduates as they go through. So I want to pay tribute to your great aunt who taught my mother in 1929 in third grade at Thunder Hawk, South Dakota. It was Lisa's great aunt that taught my mother, that taught me, that taught my children. Lisa also taught my children. So you kids have a little standard here, and thanks to Lisa for all you have brought to the school as well. So Connie Pratlin, the EIEIO, for your wrestling fans. Thomas, I think you're here. You probably remember this, or maybe not. Sarah too. It was a state wrestling tournament, I think, in 1989 or 90 or 91. And we were at the Sioux Falls Arena, and the A's and B's were wrestling, and the B's were over here, and Matt was over there. And Aberdeen Ron Colley was in the corner, and I think they were yelling EIEIO, and we responded on the other side of the gym. So for many years, the EIEIO was a wrestling chant, and maybe it's still is, I don't know. It needs to start coming again. Anyway, so thanks for that. Thank you to Mrs. Mathis for coming, a dear friend, elementary principal, teacher, longtime friend as well. And Mr. Jones, where are you? Rocky Jones. He was one of my first superintendents back in the 1980s. And we had a thing with an auditor one time, and I talked to Randy about the auditors a lot. They asked a lot of questions. And it was something about numbers on food service. And he kept going back to April 10th. Nothing was matching. And after about 3 hours of that, I said to him, I really had enough nerve. I said, so what were you doing on April 10th? Well, he couldn't remember either. So anyway, that was it of that lot of comments. And I want to thank my family for being here, for my children for being in all the school activities there ever were. I think the only thing our kids didn't do was golf. maybe because it started when we were maybe getting out of school. But that brought a new perspective to me as well, to see what my kids were receiving or what they were learning in all the activities. So thank you to my kids. And March 26, 1979 was the date of my interview. Thanks for bringing that up. And I actually have a diary at home that said Marvin brought me to the interview. So we laughed and said, well, how did I get home? Like, will you take me home today? Anyway, thank you, Marvin, for always being there, the sidekick, even supporting me when I was wrong. I appreciate that too. So, and like Mr. Aikman said, you got 10 days of being the boss. I might give you a little more. But anyway, thank you, everyone. Thank you for just being who you are, being a coyote, a wildcat, and Gary Lightman. I see you too. You were on the board when I was hired. Thanks for believing in me. Appreciate all that. Everybody here, and way to all of you. I'll catch you all later. But anyway, thank you so much, sweetheart. Everybody.
For those that have traveled quite a distance, she's going to have a little reception in the library, the school library. You go in the den and all of the confetti and stuff. Elementary, you're excused. Patty, get the lunch roll.